The summer of 2016 can be described in two words: hot and dry. Evidence of this can be seen in neighborhoods with burnt brown grass, trees showing signs of distress, and according to the Lake Simcoe Region Conservation Authority, a watershed with lower than normal water flow.
Here in southern Ontario, we are currently experiencing a stage 1 drought, which has prompted the LSRCA to issue a statement asking residents to reduce their outdoor water usage.
Manager of engineering with the LSRCA, Tom Hogenberg, says a series of factors has led up to these current conditions.
We had a drier than normal winter. We had a lot less, the snowpack came and went a number of times, so we had a freeze-thaw cycle that continued on until the spring. So we didn't get as much runoff that we say normally would get as a result of the winter freshet. So as a result, the base flows were already somewhat lower than we were hoping for, and therefore now coupled that with the current lack of rain, and that adds up to a drought condition.
Lower water flows combined with lower than normal rainfall is putting stress on both natural and man-made water systems.
Because of low flows in the different creeks, you can get fish stranded. You may get areas where it has completely dried out, and the fish have to kind of move into areas where there is water, and that might be under a bridge or in an area where there's a deep pool.
The last time we saw conditions like this was in 2007.
It's not normal. It's been 9 years, I guess, since it's happened, so I would say it's certainly abnormal to have this level of drought, but it's not uncommon. So I believe in 1999 there was a major drought as well. So that maybe there is a cycle involved with it. Certainly it doesn't come every year, but when it comes like we have right now, it could be quite significant.
We have seen periodic rainfall, most of that in the form of severe thunderstorms, which is not an ideal rainfall situation.
Sometimes when the rain does come as part of a major thunderstorm, it comes so quickly that most of it ends up being runoff, so it doesn't soak into the ground. A day like today is actually a good day in terms of the type of rain that is coming down right now. So we need quite a number of more of these type of days for it to really alleviate the drought condition. A heavy downpour as a thunderstorm goes doesn't alleviate the drought.
Being in a stage 1 drought, you would think that an outright ban on all outdoor water usage would be in effect. But Tom Hogenberg says it's not as simple as that.
Again, it comes down to what their source of water is, and sometimes when your source of water is like a lake system, by banning the use of outdoor water, you're actually causing less water to flow back into the creeks, and therefore you actually might be impacting the creeks more by banning the total use of water. So sometimes it's not as easy as to say just ban it outright, because actually you might be doing the environment a favor by allowing at least some watering to go on. But having said that, the idea of cutback and restrictions more to do with saving the water supply from what you really need it for. So lawn watering should be less of a priority when you may end up having issues with a firefighting ability because your reservoirs are depleted. So a lot of it has to do with just minimize or minimize the use. An out-and-out ban in most areas it's probably not a good idea. Now, having said that, if you rely on groundwater solely for your municipal well, and you are concerned that your groundwater levels are starting to drop, then an out-and-out ban may be the only solution.
Although it has been 9 years since our last drought, will climate change impact and increase how often droughts happen?
It has been predicted for various models that that droughts will be more common in the future. It's hard to predict on one particular event whether that is really a direct impact, but yeah, the long-term forecast is that we're more likely because of climate change to get these cycles of either fairly intense storms or significant droughts. So the models do forecast that this will be more of a commonplace in the future.
Although it is extremely difficult to accurately predict a long-term weather forecast, it does seem we're going to have a hotter and drier summer than normal. Is it going to be hot and dry enough that we see a stage 2 or even a stage 3 drought? Well, that remains to be seen. But if we reduce and manage our outdoor water usage, we may not be able to alleviate the symptoms of this drought, but we can mitigate the effects that it has on our streams, rivers, and water supply. Reporting for Rogers TV, I'm Julia Batchelor.